Hello everyone. Following our last presentation on awareness of how to create the life that you choose, rather than sleepwalking into a life that's been created under a vibration of disease and worry and fear and depression and recession, I thought I'd share with you a technique or a tool that would add clarity and focus and help you to place intention and attention into creating the life that you choose. And this tool is a vision board. Now, vision boards have been around for a long time. Business use it all the time, entrepreneurs use it, but it can also have a very profound effect on your personal life. Now, for this presentation this evening, I'm going to use the vibration of 9. Now, 9 is the full life circle. So when you go around the life and you get to 9, you start off with 1 again. So we're going to look at the 9 rules for creating a good vision board, and then also the 9 segments within a vision board. Now, this normally would take a 1 or 2 day workshop, but I feel it's never been more imperative that we place attention into the world that we want to step into. So I'm just going to give you a quick glimpse into the world of creating a vision board. So the first rule of creating a vision board is that all vision boards should be reviewed, and it can be reviewed every year, particularly for a personal vision board. But if it's within business, you might choose to review it every 3 months or every month. And the reason to review it is that things change. So the things that we felt we wanted or needed within a year, our desires may have changed. But more importantly, a lot of the things that have been on our vision board we may have already manifest. And if that happens, then you can choose to leave the manifested dream on your vision board, because it's reminding you subconsciously that you are a creator every time that you look at it. Or if you know that in the core of your being that you're a creator, it's also a good idea to take the things that have been manifest off your vision board and leave space for new creations. So rule number 2, a good vision board will have images and text. And that's coming from the principle that we have both sides of our brain. Now, our right brain, the intuitive, creative part, responds much better to images and pictures. Our right brain, our analytical brain, responds much better to definite figures, definite words, strong impetus visually in text. So we want to invoke and energize both sides of our brain in our vision board. Rule number 3, where do you put it? So a vision board should be somewhere where you see it every day. A lot of people choose to put it in their bedroom, and that's a great idea because you see it first thing in the morning, and it impacts you vibrationally. But even more importantly, you see it last thing at night. And then as you go to sleep, your subconscious mind gets to work on creating the solutions and the ideas and the impetus to help you to manifest the things on your vision board. Number 4, at what level do you place your vision board? Now, a vision board, sometimes people put it up high, and there's lots of science around this. If you have it too high, energetically what you're saying and subconsciously you're saying, this is out of my reach. So the things that are on my vision board, I may not be able to manifest. They're just out of reach for me. And equally, if it's too low and you have to get down to see it, you're vibrationally saying that this is beneath me. I don't really need to pay attention to this, even though I may have taken time to manifest it. So a vision board should be at eye level. Number 5, always use positive languaging in a vision board. So say for instance in your health and well-being, you shouldn't use words like disease-free. Or perhaps in your wealth corner, you shouldn't use words like debt-free, because what will happen is that your subconscious mind will see the word disease and debt. And like we've been speaking about before, law of attraction, that which like unto itself is drawn, you will get more of disease and debt. So your affirmation should always be positive. Your pictures should always be positive. Number 6, don't have a chaotic vision board. So if you look at this, it's quite structured. Everything has a place. If your vision board is chaotic and there's loads of stimulus on it, again, it will create a chaotic mind. And your inner being then has to look and delve through and try and figure out which things are important to you. So have it in a manageable, structured way. Number 7. And 7 is like the number 9, it has a very high vibration. And this is our sensitivity. So your vision board should always hold things that are personal and impactful for you. So I've created a very generic vision board for purposes of demonstration. But many people would put in the center of their vision board a picture of themselves when they're most happy, most alive, most full of enthusiasm and energy for life. Or in certain parts they might have a photograph of their family. But whatever you put on your vision board and whatever words that you choose, they must have personal impact for you. Number 8, and this is again very important. The vision board creates a flow to the mind, to the right and the left brain and the subconscious mind, and that flow comes up with solutions and ideas. But it's so important that when we get those ideas or solutions, that we step into the flow. So the vision board creates the flow, but we must take action and step into it. So it's like some people call it like the leap of faith. I tend to use the word like inspired action, because we've asked for the support and now we're open to receive it and then to act into it. And finally, number 9, and that is the next logical step. So your vision board should be, I suppose the best way I can say it, it's not a dream board. So imagine that my mode of transport is a bicycle, but in my wealth corner, I've put a picture of a Ferrari. Now there are many steps between the bicycle and the Ferrari. So when I look at the Ferrari, I'm looking at something that in this moment or within the next couple of months or year is quite unattainable. So it gives you the vibration that it's out of reach or overwhelming. So your vision board should always be your next logical step. So you put the car in that you could see yourself having next, and then gradually build and build and build until you do reach your Ferrari. So the Ferrari goes in the dream board, and the dream board is separate. That's like your bucket list, where you have the ideal home, the ideal car, the ideal career. It's the things that you're aspiring to. And as life moves on, things will move from the vision board and on to the dream board as you reach many goals along the way. So I thought now I'd just share very quickly the 9 segments within the vision board. Again, remembering that the 9 is the wheel of life. So working on the right brain, and remembering the right brain is the one that is your feeling, intuitive side of you. So in the right corner, I put up in this segment is your spiritual segment. So it can be what has meaning for you. It could be Mother Nature. It could be, whatever it is that impacts you spiritually. In this one, I put up meditation, because that has a huge part to play in my life. In the next segment down, it's your love segment. So very often people might put a picture of family into this segment. I put again a very generic symbol, but I also wanted to put in the image of the dog, because the dog represents that unconditional love. And then moving down, our segment here is fulfillment. But for me, it's very important at this time I put in fulfillment and travel, because the world that I choose to move out into post COVID-19 is a world where we can travel freely. So this lady sitting and up here is like the matrix of all the places that she can travel to. And then we're moving over slightly. We're moving over then to the left brain. And remembering that the left brain loves definite images and text. So up here is our wealth corner. And I put in the image of abundance and also the text of enrich your life. So that's stimulating the left side of my brain. Now here in this segment, very often people might put an exact figure of a salary that they want to achieve within that time. Or sometimes they might use the image or vision of the home they want to achieve. So it's your wealth corner. So I put the enrich your life, because enrich can mean on every level, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually and energetically. And then moving down here, we have our relationships. This is your relationship segment. And again, that's your relationship to yourself, within your family, within your wider family. My relationship with my community, with my work colleagues, my relationship with being a citizen within this country, and then a global citizen. So relationship is very important. That's what helps our lives move and helps us grow and evolve. So in this one, again, I put enrich your life and family and friendships and connections. In this corner is your career and success. So because my left brain loves words, I put skills for success, but also my right brain, which is involved with my career, loves images. I also put an image of global learning. If you notice in these, there are people from all over the world sitting here. So it's global awareness. Now, again, these images are generic, and what you do is put in something that has meaning for you. Now, the center image in your vision board is the most important segment within the vision board. It's where your attention will always go first. And with this, I put in focus on health, good health, and then the heart. And because of the back to nature connection, we put in the heart full of really good foods and the rainbow color of foods. So health for me will always be the center. And probably at this time, it's the center for most people, because if you realize that if you have your health, you have everything. And then you can move out into the different segments as you choose. But remembering that it's your vision board. So if you're having a career change, or you found a home that you really want to buy, you might move that segment into the center for a short space of time. You can move it and change it and manipulate it as you choose. Above, the segment above, is your status segment. How do you want to be perceived by the world? What do you want to be known for or known as? And again, sometimes this is the segment where people might want to put in their new home or their Ferrari for that. For me, what I put in, again, a very generic thing, but it has meaning for me. And that's the Louise Hay affirmation: I love life, life loves me. Because if you hold that vibration, then you attract to you things that and people that are helpful, that you find that you're in the right space at the right time, whether that's for giving or for receiving. Either way, it's okay. Your life is in the right time. I love life and life loves me. And also because how back to nature is known and how I'm known is around health and well-being. Now the bottom middle segment is your hobbies. And that's really important because it says a lot about somebody. What do they do when they're doing nothing? And so again, I put in, again, very generically, fitness and vitality. But I also put in the lady in the spa, because when we come out from the world that I choose to move into is one that we can once again go to the spa and enjoy that relaxation and well-being. So this is kind of like an overview of what a vision board might look like. A vision board is kind of like, it's your plan for your life. And it's really important to have a plan, because if you don't, you'll end up being or move into or drift into somebody else's plan. And no matter how wonderful that plan is, you don't have the same fulfillment as if you're working through and from your own destiny. So it's like a gift that you give yourself, and it shows up many things. I've worked with people who've had everything on the right hand side of their vision board, highly creative people and genius people in creativity, but have no awareness on how to translate that into perhaps making a career out of it or a business out of it. And I've equally worked with people who are so left brain driven, that they're driven in career terms or in education terms, that they have never taken time to savor the juiciness and the sweetness that this life has to offer. So their creative side has never got to evolve. So it really is all about balance. And when you create your vision board, it's a great mirror for you. Now, I suppose really it's the thing of man, know thyself. And that's what's above the temple of Apollo. And it was also Socrates as one of his greatest questions and affirmations is, man, know thyself. So a vision board helps you in that. It helps you to see yourself, maybe see places where you would like to make changes. It shows you your plan of how you would like to move forward. It shows you who you've pulled into your life and what images you want to create. So knowing yourself is very much part of why we're here. And it is the greatest gift that you can give to yourself. So this is a bank holiday weekend, maybe a little bit of spare time. Bridge and I created this within 20 minutes, so it doesn't take a lot of time to create awareness around it. But remembering your vision board has to be personal and impactful for you. Now, everybody would say that it has a profound change effect on life. Some people might even say a miraculous effect. But it certainly is an experiment worth putting your attention and intention into as we move forward into a new way of being. I hope you enjoy. And if you do like this and you want to see more of this style of teaching, please subscribe to my new YouTube channel, which is Christine's Connections. Have a lovely weekend. Namaste.